Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show the day after Christmas. And I have Dr. Dan joining me right now from Sioux Falls Hypnosis. How are you doing, Dr. Dan?
I'm very good. Wonderful day.
And this is a time where people are starting to think, we're like a week away from New Year's and are going to make resolutions next week.
Oh, it's starting, isn't it?
And I don't know if other people are as good at this as I am, as I make this resolution and like 4 days later, I'm like, oh, hey, I thought I forgot about that already.
Yeah. See, that's the thing about resolutions is the resolution itself is good and wonderful and useful. But the thing that's important is when you make the resolution and then you feel the rationalizations happening.
Yeah.
Where you start to, I'm busy. I have this going on. I have that going on.
Excuses.
Well, yeah, we'll go ahead and say that. I'll say rationalizations. You say excuses. But that's really what it is. And the thing about a resolution, they're wonderful in and of themselves for whatever they are. But the thing to really learn in there is it's the pull away from them. It is the rationalizations. It is the excuses and how we handle them that matters. That's the thing that a resolution's supposed to teach us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is the thing we're supposed to become aware of is, okay, there's something inside me that really doesn't want to do this for some reason or isn't okay with it. And generally speaking, it's just a part of us that's trying to protect us from the possibility of failure.
Yeah.
It's trying to protect us from, there's a part of us inside that's going, whoa, wait a minute, man. We've committed now. And now there's a real chance that if we don't come through on this, we're going to experience failure. We're going to experience a lot of negative feelings and it's going to have an impact on our sense of ourself. And that part of you is like, okay, well, maybe we need to kind of talk our way out of this or part of this or soften this up. And it's a negotiation. It's like there's a little lawyer inside you. Yeah. And don't get me wrong, I like lawyers. But there's a lawyer inside you who's trying to make this okay in some way or make it more usable or less stressful to us, because that's really the thing is what we've now placed ourselves in a situation that has become stressful, and we're trying to bargain our way out of it or part of it so that it is less stressful and more user-friendly. And what happens is for many people, they bargain their way out of the majority of it or they bargain their way out of it entirely.
Change is hard. So when it's this, all of a sudden I'm going to change this habit, it's a lot easier to not change the habit.
Yes, it's a lot easier because that making of that decision to change, people don't stop and think about it because it always sounds wonderful at the time, but it's incredibly stressful when we have to face it. And really, that's the amazing learning experience that a resolution has in it, is having to make that decision, but then having to face it. And what do you do now? Yeah. Do you bargain your way out of it, or do you go ahead and face it and do your best and work through all of that? And as you said earlier, it's a lot easier to back out of all of it or part of it. And that's really the thing about resolutions to pay attention to is this, what happens next?
Yeah.
That's where your opportunity to grow and change and become is.
And some of the biggies when people are looking at what resolutions, losing weight is huge. If you don't believe me, drive by any gym in the next couple of weeks. You're going to see
most common.
Their membership goes through the roof for a few weeks. Another one is trying to quit smoking. I'm going to do that. I'm going to quit smoking. Another one would probably be, doing less work and maybe trying to put my family first and a little less stress in my life. And those three things are things that I know at Sioux Falls Hypnosis you help people with. So I think that's why it's perfect for us to talk right now.
Yeah, and we do. We specialize in weight loss, stop smoking, stress reduction, all the things that you just mentioned. And it all comes down to this idea that you need to make a decision and then you need to commit to it.
Yeah.
And it's there that the learning happens. And that's really kind of, if someone were to ask me what I do, well, I do hypnosis, but really I help people to be able to make a decision and keep it.
That's good.
That's my job.
And it's easy to make the decision. It's hard to keep the decision.
But that is your opportunity to grow.
Kind
That's
of
your
reminds me of
opportunity to learn and
Seinfeld,
change.
when he's talking about, you can take the reservations.
Yes, exactly. Anybody can take a reservation.
It's
keeping it.
Anybody can make a resolution.
Yeah.
It's keeping that resolution.
Right. And when you make a resolution, for everybody out there listening right now, when you make a resolution, just know that there's a part of you that is going to try to protect you from this in some way, protect you from the feelings, the possibility of failure, the negative sense of self that might come when you struggle with that.
Yeah.
And that is the point where we step away from what we've set ourselves to. And what I would tell people is don't step away. If you need help with that, if there's some learning you need to have, if there's some discovery you need to have in there, then don't step away, get help. Find somebody who can walk you through it.
I know somebody that can help. Dr. Dan from Sioux Falls Hypnosis. How do they get in touch with you, sir?
You can give me a call at 605-702-6985. 6691, or you can certainly find me on the net at SiouxFallsHypnosis.com.
Very nice. Thank you very much for taking the time to chat. I'm excited to do more visits like this. I think this will be fun.
Sounds wonderful. Thanks.
And again, happy holidays to everybody. We've got New Year's coming right up, and we're going to be chatting with him again right after New Year's to talk a little more about resolutions. If you'd like to learn more, I've got a link to his page as well at facebook.com/sunnyradio and facebook.com/Sioux Falls News.